here's a nice and easy morning practice that you can do in your morning or any time of the day. It's a really nice short, it's a short practice that can get your body moving and maybe even get a little bit of a stretch before before or after running. So we're going to start in your child's pose. So go ahead and bring your toes together on the back and then bring your knees apart, and we're slowly sinking down towards the floor. So I want you to try to come as low as you can down in your mat. And if you can, if your body allows you to, you can come all the way down with the forehead touching the floor. And we're taking 5 breaths in here. And really allowing this time to be the time that you are bringing your awareness into the present, into what's going on at this minute, right now. Notice the quality of your breathing. And just notice how it feels each time that you breathe. I like to imagine that expansion of the breath right in my back. It's almost like with each breath, the hip gets closer towards the heel, the head gets heavier. Just noticing how it gets so calming and relaxing. And just drawing your awareness to the sensations that you have at this minute. Nice. And slowly bringing awareness to your hands. We're pressing the hands against the floor to come up into a tabletop. So as you come into a tabletop, tuck your toes behind. So your heel should be right aligned with your shin. So you might even want to maybe bring your knees a little bit wider. And then tucking your toes, we're going to sink back into that child's pose. It's almost like a nice stretch right on the bottom of the feet. So I really like to incorporate this like before walking or after walking. And we're going to point the toes again. So now pointing the toes, going all the way back into that child's pose that we were just a minute ago. And then bring the hands down, bring the head down if you like, and we're going to walk the hands towards the outside of your mat. So slowly bringing the hands maybe on the side or on the top if it feels good to you, and then slowly sinking down, back down again towards the floor. So take a deep breath here. You're going to feel the left side of your lungs and exhale. Nice. Inhale again. Exhale. Nice. We're doing 3 more. Inhale. Really feel that expansion as the air come in, and exhale. And then taking the last breath, nice and long. Come back into your center. And the same thing to other side. So if you brought your hands on the top of the other one, on the other side, this side you want to do the same thing that you did on the other side. So that both sides, it's nice and equal, nice and balanced. And then go ahead and sink down again. Breathe through that right side. Feel the expansion again. And exhale. Nice inhale. Maybe each time that you breathe, you might feel that side is becoming longer. That you can breathe a little bit more through that side. And exhale. Nice. And we got 2 more. And just noticing the air, noticing the breath. Exhale. Last one. And then come all the way back. So bring your hands back to the center. Press the hands against the floor. Come up into a tabletop again. Nice. So tuck your toes behind. We're doing the same thing that we just did. So tuck your toes. Let your hip to come towards the back. And just nice and easy here. And then come all the way back into your tabletop. So bring your hands. Realign your hands again if you need. Realign the knees if you need to. And inhale, bring the right hands up towards the sky. And exhale to tread under the left. So go ahead and bring the right shoulder down towards the floor. Bring the hands right in front. It's almost like with the hands we're finding an anchor for the hands, so the hips stay nice and square, and we can use these hands to almost like send your hips towards the back. Exhale. Nice. Inhale. And just noticing the breath, noticing that space creating right in your shoulder blades. Awesome. And we're slowly coming back. So start to bring your hands, your left hands back. So it's nice in front of your gaze here. And then you want to use the left hands to press down towards the floor. And then bring your right hands up towards the sky. And exhale, bring the hands down towards the floor. Nice. So same thing to the opposite side. Bring the hands up towards the sky. And tread under, bring the left arm under the right. Nice. And then walk your hands again in front of your head if it feels good to you. Let the hands to anchor. Almost like you can send the hips towards the back. Nice. Exhale. Nice. And we're taking one more deep breath. And exhale. Slowly walk your right hands back to right in front of your gaze. Press the right hands against the floor. Send the left arm up for a counter pose. Bring the hands down towards the floor, and option here is to kick your legs to the side or cross your legs and roll towards the seating. So I'm gonna do the easy way, so just in case your knees doesn't like the other one, but you can, if you have been doing yoga and you know which one I'm talking about. So bring your hands and your legs right in front of you, and we're gonna take a nice and a deep breath. Bring the hands up and over the head. And exhale, bring the hands right in front of you. So we're folding forward. Let yourself to micro bend your knees if you need to. Let the head to slowly be relaxing. Even sometimes bringing the chin to the chest. Nice. And exhale. And inhale, slowly coming all the way back. We're starting with the right leg. We're going to bend your leg and bring that nice and close towards the ribs, towards yourself. And then bring the heel as close as you can towards the inner thigh. And we're going to inhale, bring the hands, both of them, up and over the head. And with your exhale, bring the hands to any part of that leg that you can touch. Nice. And breathing in and exhale. Nice. Inhale and exhale. Awesome. Inhale
Nice. And we're taking one more deep breath and coming all the way back. And then go ahead and relax the leg a little bit towards the side here. And we're going to inhale, send the hands up and over. And exhale, as you're bringing the left hands towards the back, we're going to try to reach towards the outside of the leg or of the feet. So whichever way feels better to you. And if you can, maybe even a little twist here, maybe even realigning, lengthening the spine here, feeling the spine nice and long. Bringing the hands behind and maybe coming forward and down. Yeah, so it's a little bit of twist and allowing the leg to be heavy towards the floor. You can look towards the back, you can look towards the left leg. Nice, and we're taking 5 breaths here. If you feel like it's too much for you, you can always come a little bit higher here. Nice. And we got one more to go. Nice and deep. And then with your exhale, we are going to unwind. Bring the hands towards the back. Bring your right leg back in. Give a little wiggle to the legs, muscles like wiggles. And then go ahead and bring the left leg in. Nice. Maybe give a little hug, a little gratitude for the morning. Nice. And then inhale, bring the hands up and over. Take a deep breath. Maybe find all the grateful things that you have to be grateful in the morning, and bring the hands to the thigh, to your calves, to your feet. Any place where it feels right for today. And we're taking 5 breaths, so that's 4 now. Nice and deep. So I like to even visualize as the breath come in the body. And exhale. Nice inhale, nice and long, letting the breath to really calm your body and feel all the senses. Exhale. Nice. And this is the last one, nice and deep. And exhale, nice. So now that left leg to the inner thigh. And you can bring both of your hands up again, reset. And then sweep the hands towards the back. Bring your left hands on the outside edge of your feet or to your calves. And you can look towards the back. So I want you to kind of take a deep breath in, lengthen, let your spine to be nice and long. And then exhale, twist. And then if it feels good, you can lean forward. Fold forward to where it feels okay, and avoid hunching, avoid rounding. Exhale. Nice. And we're holding for another 3 breaths. And the hands over here you can always bring towards your back too if you like to, or hands can be right supporting you so that the body can slowly surrender. Nice. And then coming back to your center. Kick your leg forward right in front of you. Give a little wiggle. Nice. And we're going to bend the knee. So your option here, so this is boat pose, and sometimes it requires a little bit of practice, so you will see. I'm gonna show the easiest, and then you should try as you see that it's easy for you and you can progress. So I feel like this is coming towards the toe. It might be the easiest, and you might start to feel shaking over here. So I want you to stay here if you're feeling this is enough for you, and then you can lift one leg off the floor. And maybe this should be where you can just alternate them as you breathe. So I like to think about having my tailbone pressing towards the floor, so that grounds my body, and then feeling my spine nice and rigid and tall. Nice. And then if you feel like that was easy too, and then you can start to work on lifting the shin parallel to the floor, And if you find that you need to use the hands, you can use the hands to hold your leg. And then if that becomes easy too, it's nice for you, you can let your hands to go. Nice. And then if we are all here together, we're going to hold this position here for another 3 breaths here. Nice. And 2, and you might be shaking, and we all shake together. And 1. Nice. Go ahead and hold the back of the leg. Bring the leg back together. Relax your leg. Nice. And shake it off. Nice. So without practice, I really like to get a moment to visualize everything that I'm doing for the day. So I want to invite you to either stay in your back or in your seated position, whichever feels better for you. I'm gonna be on the back. I feel like anytime that we can take Savasana, we should take Savasana. So go ahead and come all the way down towards the floor and let the legs to be maybe a little bit wider than almost as wide as your mat, and then coming all the way back down towards the floor and finding a nice and comfortable position where you can stay. Sometimes you might want to have one block under each leg, and I feel that allows to take the weight off the leg, and it's a little bit less pressure on the back. So this, sometimes if you're if it's not comfortable for you to be on your back, you can always do this, or you can completely bend your knees and stay in here. But this might allow you to stay here comfortably, and you can always find a wall and put your legs up on a wall, or you can always find a couch and put your leg up on a couch or in a chair. Or you can just stay nice and flat on the floor. Nice. So take a moment just to slow down with the breath again. Take a few breaths here. It's almost like to slow down and to find that calm breath again. And then if you find the hands on the top of the belly, I really like to have on the top of the belly, just because then you can feel the belly rising, and that's very soothing to the nervous system. But you can also leave your hands out to the side and just observe as your belly rises with the breath without having the hands on the top. But like my favorite, I'm sharing to you the one that feels more natural to me, but whatever feels natural to me might not feel to you. So allow yourself to modify. So focus on your breath again. Go ahead and inhale. And then with your exhale, we're trying to let go all the air. So empty everything out. Inhale again. And exhale. As you breathe, you're just watching without trying to modify anything. Just observe the breath and the quality of the breath as you breathe. And then notice if you hold the breath in between, or if you switch nice and quick. Notice if the air out comes nice and easy. Notice if there is more air to come out as you exhale. And I'll take a nice and a deep breath in. And exhale nice and long. Maybe even slower than you think you should. Nice, and then now breathing normal. Awesome. Notice if there is any tension on your forehead. Notice if you can slowly allow those muscles to soften up. And just like slowly starting to let them to relax. And then muscle by muscle, letting the muscles on your cheeks to relax, to soften. And just like acknowledge them if you can't relax for some reason. And then go ahead and notice your jaw. Are they tight or are they relaxed or normal? Notice the neck. If there's anything that you can just let go any tension, any thoughts that really likes that area. Let your shoulders to be heavy. So see if you can allow the earth to support your body. Allow yourself to surrender, let the body to become heavier. So notice your elbows, the right and the left. Let them to be nice and heavy. Notice your hands. They're nice and open. Notice your lower back. They are becoming longer and relax. Notice your thighs. If you are using the block, you might feel that sensation of the thigh being heavy against the block. If you're not using a block, you might feel the sensation of the thigh against the floor or against the wall or whichever is under your thigh. Notice your heels and all your toes, the sole of your feet. Now notice your breath again and see if there is anything else that you're holding. As you take a nice and a deep breath, allow yourself to soften and relax. Allow the muscles to soften, maybe even go back to the area where you think or you feel that you are still holding. And then we're slowly starting to bring awareness back to the breath. And just feel the quality of the air again. Notice all the 10 toes, maybe starting to wiggle all of them. Notice the fingertips. Maybe we can start to move them. Maybe moving the hands. Maybe giving yourself a nice hug. Or maybe even a little swaying side to side. Nice. We're going to roll to the right side. So go ahead and bend one leg at a time. Maybe even notice, just kind of noticing how it feels as you do. Nice. And maybe if you have the blocks under, you might want to go ahead and remove them. Bring them one. And just maybe even noticing the life around you, everything that is around you. Nice. So you can maybe starting by scooping yourself to the right side, so to the left side, so you can roll towards the right and still be on inside of your mat. Maybe just go and give yourself a nice hug again. And starting to grab everything. I like to think about grabbing thoughts, all my gratitude thoughts, and almost like thinking that I'm bringing them to my heart with everything that I'm grateful. Maybe grateful for the air that I breathe. Grateful for the sun. Grateful for Mother Earth that supplies stability for us. Grateful for the moon, for the water, and all the elements. Grateful for all beings, the planet, the universe, and anything we can name. Nice. And then we're slowly pressing the hands against the floor and starting to come all the way back up. And go ahead and cross your legs. Nice. And we're just gonna do a little quick twisting. So bring the hands towards the back. Nice. And then with each breath, we're lengthening the spine again. And exhale. Nice. Inhale, maybe feeling your spine taller. And maybe even the majesty of the spine. And exhale, come back to the center. And same thing to the other side. So sweep the left hands towards the back. Bring the right hands on the top of your right leg. And maybe we can look towards the left side of your shoulders. Maybe feeling your spine nice and long again. Inhale as you lengthen. And exhale, maybe even going a little deeper if it feels okay. Awesome. And inhale again, lengthen. Exhale, going a little bit deeper. Coming back to your center. Awesome. So here is one of my favorite releasing all the tension from the neck. So we're bringing the right hands to the side and walking away as far as it feels good for you. And then the left hands go up and over, and bring your right hands on the top of the right side of your head, and then bring that left ear to the left shoulder. Nice. So I want you to imagine that we are breathing through that right side in your neck. And the more you breathe, the more you feel that muscle becoming longer, or maybe coming back to the length, the normal length. Or see if you can even start to relax that muscle, let all the tension to go. Nice. And one more deep breath, lengthen. And then exhale, go ahead and relax, come back to the center. Feel all that kindness and that compassion that we are bringing to the area. So again, bring the right hands up and over. That usually is the area of tension when we are too worried about things. So bring the right ear to the right side of your shoulder. And now we're doing the same thing on this side over here. So let yourself to breathe in and relax that shoulder. Relax the muscles in your neck. And exhale, maybe let the shoulder to even relax even more and melt towards the floor. Nice, and just noticing the quality of the air. See if you can let go. Those are the things that we are, the muscles that we're leaving in the future, right? We're worried about things that haven't happened yet. So go ahead and let it go, those thoughts, and stay back to the present. So feel the muscles, see how it feels. Maybe even go a little rotation in the shoulder. Go ahead and bring your hands to the heart center. And thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you all have an amazing, beautiful day. Namaste.